everyone. We got a few minutes until 2 o'clock, so if you can just hang tight, we'll start momentarily.
Yeah, no. It'll be, we already been out of earthwork, so it'll be 2 to 9. I see that kind of cash off.
This seems like the last minute's the longest minute. Just keep refreshing.
Get some digital clocks in here.
Yeah, your computer's off.
Yeah, I don't know why my phone's on. My watch is always on.
All right, it's 2 o'clock. Quick introduction. I'm Matt Holzer with O-Names Kimball. On behalf of OAK, City of Walker, and Studio GC Architecture, we appreciate you tuning in and certainly giving us your bid for this project. Just kind of some quick administrative items. There are 8 bid categories. We're going to start with bid category 2. I believe there are also 8 project alternates, so I'll be going through those alternates. We will acknowledge clarifications and voluntary alternates. However, we won't specifically read those numbers or items. And again, if there is not a bid security attached to the bid, either being a bid bond or a cashier's check, we will not read it. No personal checks are acceptable. After we go through all of these bids, it looks like we do have post-bid scheduled for the 17th. So Bob will be reaching out to you to set those up. If it's deemed necessary, we can or will contact the next bidder once we get through that information. Again, if you have any questions, please send those directly to Bob, not to the owner or architect. And our goal, as always, is to turn this bid results around so you can go ahead and keep your eyes peeled for that for tomorrow. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and start with bid category 2, selective demolition. First bidder is JMB Demolition. Base bid $133,500. They've acknowledged the addendum. There are no project alternates noted. And they've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Specialized Demolition, base bid $226,000. They've acknowledged the addendum. There are no noted project alternates. And they have not endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, ProTech Environmental, base bid $59,000. They've acknowledged the addendum. No project alternates, and they've acknowledged the schedule. Next bidder, Extreme Demolition, base bid $103,200. They've acknowledged the addendum. No project alternates. They do have a clarification, and they've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, JKB Construction, for a base bid of $158,500. They've acknowledged the addendum. No project alternate pricing. They've endorsed the schedule. Next bid category, number 3, concrete. First bidder, Kent Companies, for a base bid of $1,642,930. They've acknowledged addendum 1 and 2. Project alternate 1, nothing. Project alternate 2 is an add of $9,862. Project alternates 3 through 5, nothing. Project alternate number 6 is an add of $26,457. Project alternate 7 through 12, nothing. Project alternate 13 is a deletion of $9,887. They've acknowledged the schedule. Next bidder, Cannon Concrete Construction, base bid $1,164,938. They've acknowledged the addendum. Alternate number 1, they have an add of $5,500. Alternates 2 through 5, no pricing. Alternate number 6 is an add of $18,435. Alternates 7 through 14, no pricing. They do have noted some voluntary alternates. They've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Proline Concrete, base bid $1,295,656. They've acknowledged the addendum. Alternate number 1 is an add of $9,985. Alternates 2 through 4, no pricing. Alternate number 5 is an add of $12,000. Alternate number 6 is an add of $7,228. Alternate 7 through 14, no pricing. They do have a voluntary alternate, and they have endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Shepherd's Concrete, base bid $1,296,405. They've acknowledged the addendum. Alternate number 1 is an add of $3,935. Alternate number 2 is an add of $37,650. Alternates 3 through 5, no pricing. Alternate 6 is an add of $9,640. Alternate 7 through 14, no pricing. And they've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Gelsma Concrete, base bid $1,700,000. They've acknowledged the addenda. First, alternate number 1 is an add of $5,800. Second alternate is an add of $40,000. Alternate 3 through 5, no pricing. Alternate number 6 is an add of $7,000. Alternate 7 through 14, no pricing. There is a qualification. They've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Burgess Concrete Construction, for a base bid of $1,561,520. They've acknowledged the addendum. Alternate number 1 is an add of $4,200. Alternate number 2 is an add of $3,240. Alternates 3 through 5, no pricing. Alternate number 6 is an add of $13,700. Alternates 7 through 14, no pricing. Voluntary alternates are noted, and they've endorsed the schedule. Next bid category, number 4, masonry. First bidder is Cortman Masonry for a base bid of $866,900. They've acknowledged the addendum. Alternate number 1, no pricing. Alternate number 2 is an add of $197,500. Alternates 3 through 14, no pricing. They do have a voluntary alternate, and they've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, JK Masonry, for a base bid of $1,027,390. They've acknowledged the addendum. Alternate number 1, no pricing. Alternate number 2 is an add of $96,790. Alternates 3 through 14, no pricing. They do have some qualifications and voluntary alternates, and they've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Brigade Masonry, for a base bid of $973,821. They've acknowledged the schedule. Alternate number 1, no pricing. Alternate number 2 is a deletion of $144,900. Alternate 3 through 13 is no pricing, and they have endorsed the schedule. Next bidder is Ophauf Masonry for a base bid of $830,952. They've acknowledged the addendum. Alternate number 1, no pricing. Alternate number 2 is an add of $228,458. Alternates 3 through 14, no pricing. It looks like they do have some voluntary alternates, and they have endorsed the schedule with a qualification. Next bid pack, number 5, metals. First bidder is FCC. Base bid, $1,570,000. They've acknowledged the addendum. Alternate number 1 is an add of $58,000. Alternate number 2 is an add of $29,000. Alternates 3 through 14, no pricing. They do have clarifications, and they have endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, structural steel services, for a base bid of $1,264,000. They've acknowledged the addendum. Alternate number 1 is an add of $27,600. Alternate number 2 is an add of $9,500. Alternates 3 through 14, no pricing, and they have endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Van Dellen Steel, for a base bid of $1,309,000. They've acknowledged the addendum. Alternate number 1 is an add of $39,000. Alternates 2 through 13, no pricing. They have endorsed the schedule. Next bid category, number 6, elevator. First bidder is Kone Elevator. Base bid $147,800. They've acknowledged the addendum. They do have qualifications. Project alternates 1 through 14, no pricing, and they have endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Otis Elevator, for a base bid of $149,500. They've acknowledged 1 addendum. Project alternates 1 through 13, no pricing. They do have a qualification, and they've endorsed the schedule. Next bid category 7, fire protection. First bidder, Blaze Fire Protection. Base bid $192,400. They've acknowledged the addendum. Alternate number 1 is an add of $18,200. Project alternate 2 through 14, no pricing, and they've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Grand Rapids Fire Protection. Base bid $151,357.94. They've acknowledged the addendum. Project alternate pricing 1 through 14, no pricing submitted, and they've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Brigade Fire Protection. Base bid $157,437. They've acknowledged the addendum. Project alternate pricing 1 through 14, nothing submitted. They've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Triad Fire Protection. Base bid $175,400. They've acknowledged the addendum. Project alternate 1 through 14, no pricing submitted, and they've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Total Fire Protection. Base bid $158,393. They've acknowledged the addendum. Project alternates 1 through 14, no pricing submitted, and they've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Vanguard Fire and Security. Base bid $131,650. They've acknowledged the addendum. Project alternate 1 through 13, nothing submitted, and they've endorsed the schedule. Next bid category, number 8, mechanical plumbing. First bidder, Vance Mechanical Contractor, for $2,600,000. They've acknowledged the addendum. Project alternate 1 through 5, no pricing. Project alternate number 6, it just notes $76,875. There's an assumption that might be an ad, but it needs to be clarified. Project alternate 7 through 13, no pricing indicated. Alternate 14, again, not noted as an add or delete, but the price is $4,405. They do have voluntary alternates, and they've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Mall City Mechanical, for a base bid of $3,499,887. They've acknowledged addendums 1 and 2. Alternates 1 through 5, no pricing. Alternate number 6 is an add of $66,830. Project alternate 7 through 13, no pricing. Alternate number 4 is an add of $4,916. They do have a voluntary alternate, and they have endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, DHE Plumbing, for a base bid of $3,074,000. They've acknowledged addendums 1 and 2. Alternates 1 and 2, no pricing. Alternate number 3 is a deletion of $250. Alternates 4 and 5, no pricing. Alternate number 6 is an add of $171,400. Alternates 7 through 14, no pricing. They do have some voluntary alternates, and they've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Northwest Kent Mechanical, base bid $2,958,900. They've acknowledged addendums 1 and 2. Project alternates 1 through 5, no pricing. Project alternate number 6 is an add of $102,000. Project alternate 7 through 13, no pricing. Project alternate number 14 is an add of $2,600, and they've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Van Dyken Mechanical, base bid $3,114,650. They've acknowledged addendum 1 and 2. Project alternates 1 through 5, no pricing. Project alternate number 6 is an add of $105,950. Project alternate 7 through 14, no pricing. They do have a clarification, and they have endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Advantage Mechanical and Refrigeration, base bid $2,755,300. They've acknowledged the addendum. Project alternate 1 through 5, no pricing. Project alternate number 6 only notes, is an add of $103,500. Project alternate number 7 through 14, no pricing. They've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Right Way Plumbing and Heating, base bid $3,147,000. They've acknowledged the addendum. Project alternate 1 through 5, no pricing. Project alternate number 6 is an add of $113,500. Project alternate 7 through 14, no pricing, and they've endorsed the schedule. Last bid category, number 9, electrical. First bidder, Excel Electric, for $1,364,000. They've acknowledged the addendum. Alternate number 1 is an add of $3,800. Alternates 2 through 5, no pricing. Alternate number 6 is an add of $4,000. Alternates 7 through 14, no pricing. They've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Allied Electric, for a base bid of $1,559,000. They've acknowledged the addendum. Alternate number 1 is an add of $2,900. Project alternate number 2 through 14, no pricing, and they've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Windmuller Electric, base bid $1,398,000. They've acknowledged the addendum. Project alternate number 1 has not been noted, but they wrote down $4,800. Project alternate 2 through 5, no pricing. Project alternate number 6 has not been indicated, but they put number $4,650. Project alternate number 7 through 13, no pricing. Project alternate number 14 is $3,300. They've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Fines Alstra, for a base bid of $1,704,938. They've acknowledged the addendum. Alternate number 1 is an add of $3,977. Alternates 2 through 13, no pricing. Alternate number 4 is an add of $1,663. They do have some voluntary alternates, and they've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Beist Electric, base bid $1,637,550. Addendum 1 and 2 have been acknowledged. Alternate number 1 is an add of $3,600. Project alternate 2 through 13, no pricing. Alternate number 4 is an add of $3,575, and they've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Parkway Electric, base bid $1,415,600. They've acknowledged the addendum. Project alternate number 1 is an add of $3,870. Project alternate 2 through 14, nothing provided. They do have a voluntary alternate, and they've endorsed the schedule. Next bidder, Town and Country Group, base bid $1,366,000. They've acknowledged both the addendas. Project alternate number 1 is an add of $2,500. Alternates 2 through 5, no pricing. Alternate number 6 is an add of $3,500. Alternate 7 through 13 and no pricing. Alternate number 4 is an add of $2,500. They do have some voluntary alternates. They have endorsed the schedule. That concludes our bid today. Thank you, everyone. We'll be reaching out to you with the results.